us on Instagram at KBLA 1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Hello, everyone. My guest today is Carol Howe. Carol was involved with bringing A Course in Miracles to the public. She was a close personal friend of co-scribe Bill Thetford. So Carol has been around since the beginning. I'm so honored to be speaking with you today. Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Oh, you're very welcome. There's just nothing more fun. People say, don't you get tired of saying the same thing over and over again? It's like, no.
Well, I am glad that you don't, because you just have such a gift with teaching the course and putting these things into a way that's easy to understand. From your unique perspective, what is A Course in Miracles and what is its purpose and its main message that it's communicating to us?
Well, its main message is the whole teaching of non-duality. In other words, that there's really only oneness, so to speak. And as far as I'm concerned, and having read a lot of stuff and so on over the years, I personally consider it, just my personal opinion, in terms of its value, it's probably the most important work that's come to us in the past 2,000 years. In terms of leading us to, you might say, an inward place, not just so we know a lot of facts, but because we can experience more and more the sense of joy and safety of our oneness, so to speak. That's not anything you can intellectually learn, but you can by following the principles that it advocates. And one of the main ways that it does this is through the healing of our relationships. The whole relationship issue has to be revisited. And by this time, it seems like I've talked to about 1 million people. I'm sure that's true, but it certainly seems like it. And every single person, every one of us on the planet have some completely false ideas about our relationships with other people. And those, they're not evil ideas. They're simply incorrect ideas. In other words, they would be like if I lived in Florida for a long time before I moved back to Denver. And if I decided, I think I want to go to New York, and I was given instructions about how to get to Oregon, I mean, it's like there's nothing evil about instructions to Oregon, except I'm never going to get to New York.
Right.
So it's kind of like there's no evil intent. It's just lack of awareness about what really.
Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR is back in the building. Tonight's topic, it's a great one. I'm postulating an idea on this show tonight. Relationships are a school or a classroom, if you will. Earth is the campus. And now we're living in a simulation. This is a love simulator. You know how pilots have to learn how to fly in a flight simulator until they're ready to actually get in a plane and fly it, right? Could it be that God has us here to prove ourselves worthy to experience what appears to be so elusive here, which is the attainment and the achievement of unconditional love? Unconditional love is synonymous with self-realization. If we're going to get into psychology and humanism in the works of Abraham Maslow, right? Again, right? Self-actualization, or what Paramahansa Yogananda called self-realization, or what the Buddhists call moksha, or what the Hindu calls nirvana. If we're going to get into that space, we're going to have to make space. And how do we make space? We make space face to face with our darkness, with our inner demons, with our inner devil. And what makes us all a work in progress is that we all have work to do. Before I get back to my phone calls, KBLA Talk 1580 has just released groundbreaking results from a survey about environmental issues and the impacts of pollution and climate change on our community. The poll provides unique insights into Black voter sentiment and preferences on key environmental and societal justice issues. The results highlight that there is a direct connection between environmental justice, social justice, and civil rights. Equally important, respondents overwhelmingly believe that pollution, climate change, and other forms of environmental harm impact Latinos and Blacks and low-income communities more than whites, Asians, wealthy, and coastal communities. To learn more about this new survey and our historic year-long climate justice campaign, simply go to our website, KBLA 1580. Go there right now. At KBLA Talk 1580, we care about the community. We care about the climate. Yo, let me get back to John, Mountain View, Hawaii. Get in here. Please give me your final thought on this.
Okay, boss. Final thoughts. I don't remember where I read it in the Quran, but I do remember the Bible stating something to. I have my thoughts for you. The expected end and the plans being good. Paraphrase, of course. Again, if this thing is already rewritten or written, period, and we're supposed to be in the crux of trying to prove ourselves for the love that we know is already prepared for us by our supreme being, our higher power, our unique and individual side of ourselves that we are already experiencing, the God of all. Mm-hmm. If that is apparent, and we are already being tested, this illusion, this place that we call ourselves being tested, this classroom, for those of us who want to know what the grade is, or at least where I grade at, I'm trying to look for that in every measure of everything that goes on in it, including this marriage that I just said. Because again, as I witnessed two people coming together in union, and the imam who spoke over their simple yet effective blessing, and just the simple fact of being a witness is something that is surmountably immeasurable to the gifts of the size of mountains.
I love it. I love it. Brother, guess what you just did?
Mountain View is in the house, and Sean, if you're on the Big Island, where my guy, let me get up with you.
Yeah, catch up with John. John, let's do it. Hey, listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Get on your phone lines. I want to talk to everybody tonight. Everybody's going to get on. Don't trip. Imagine Earth as a grand stage. A virtual reality designed to test and refine our capacity for love. Could relationships be the fundamental mechanism through which we are evaluated for our readiness to embrace unconditional love? In this simulated reality, every interaction, every connection, and every emotion experienced in relationships serve as data points in the grand experiment of love. The Hindu concept of Maya, which denotes the illusory nature of the material world, resonates deeply in this context, just as Maya suggests that the physical world is transient and illusory. Could it be that our interpersonal relationships are as well? Are as ephemeral? Are constructs of the simulation? Perhaps in the grand scheme of the universe, our relationships are but fleeting echoes of a higher reality guiding us towards deeper understanding of unconditional love. Exploring the teachings of various holy books, we find echoes of this notion of reality as a transient and illusory concept. Biblical references to the impermanence of the material world and the fleeting nature of human existence hint at a deeper truth beyond the physical realm. Could it be that these ancient texts are pointing towards the simulation-like nature of our reality, urging us to look deeper beyond the surface of our experiences? This is very interesting tonight. You think you deserve it. You think somebody's just supposed to give you something because you've been hurt. I made the mistake the other day, or yesterday, and I mentioned a book. I think I said The Four Agreements. I meant to say love languages. And how Dr. Joshana Johnson explained that she said she didn't really agree with the love language book because the love languages are coming from what we lacked in childhood. So if we didn't get physical touch, that's what we want. If we didn't get gifts, that's what we want. If we didn't get acknowledgement, that's what we want as adults. See, all of this stuff, to me, in my new way of thinking of things, these are our internal devils. These are the devils that have a leadership position in our soul that affects what we think we want. That's why I always say, listen, sometimes God gives you what you want so you can understand that you don't really want much for yourself. Sometimes you got to get it to recognize that it wasn't worth the effort. Come on, 1-800-920-1580. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. When I come forward, I'm going to the phone lines. Oh, Lord, we got Nikki from the SIP. You know we finna get taken to church. When we come forward, more fire for you.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough.
It's never been faster or easier to be a voter. Look for your vote by mail ballot in the mail. Fill it in and drop it off at a mailbox on your way to work, on your daily walk, or when dropping the kids off at school. Save time and vote early. Make a plan to vote at plan.lavote.gov. That's plan.lavote.gov. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, my playlist is crazy tonight. We on fire tonight. Tonight's topic, love trials. Earth, the love and relationship simulator. Do we live in a simulation? And if we live in a simulation, does that mean our relationships are a simulation too? A testing ground for us to prove our worthiness? Callers have been coming in from all over the country. You already know what we gotta do. Nikki from the SIP.
I sit on the banks of Jordan one day. I had to see all ships stood on the banks of Jordan.
Yeah, Nikki.
Hello, Brother Joe and the fam.
How are you, sweetheart? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I'm so tired of that girl in that red dress. Ooh, Lord.
Tired of that girl in that red dress with the red lipstick, the purple lipstick. I'm tired of her too, Lord.
I'm tired of her. I'm tired of her.
Talk to me.
No, we are not here, with as far as the Lord is concerned, proving our worthiness. No. We already worthy. He made us like that. So if you're trying to prove that, quit.
Keep going, Nikki.
Cut that out. Work on something else. He already saw that for you. He hung on the cross. You already worthy. Next. Now, people may be testing us for worthiness in the matrix. But consider this. Where true, real love is concerned, I came in the earth through people who taught me security. Hence, I am accustomed to what real love is, what it feels like, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it acts like, all that. Because of what I modeled, to use your terms, because of what I saw. Now, I was a baby. I didn't do nothing except show up. And I was worthy of that love from those people. Meaning I have not committed any acts as an infant to be worthy of what that love is. I was fortunate because God, the universe, Buddha, however it worked for you, sent me through people who knew what real love is. As a result, you know that little ink blot test that the psychologists like to give you? I don't see nothing. It's dots on there. It's just ink on it. Ain't no butterflies on there. It ain't helicopters. It ain't, you know, tricks for kids. No. But that comes from the place where I have learned, understand, assimilated what true real love is. I don't see fake stuff. I see real stuff. So the other night, and in December, and then when your ancestors came, I am seeing the result of that girl in that red dress on your spirit. I cannot tell you how many nights your head, your chin was down to your navel. That's a spirit. And that's what I see. So when the girl in the red dress comes in the matrix and I'm going, Krishnamurti, please stand up.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. It's because what happens with that girl in the red dress or a 6'2" tall man that smells real good is it makes you turn your head. And you're not seeing the man in black multiplying 1,000,000 times come to kill, steal, and destroy. So when you say, you're attracted to the girl in the red dress, I don't know about that. I think we're distracted by the girl in the red dress.
Not attracted, but distracted.
Distracted.
Ooh, come on.
And because we're distracted, or a 6' tall man that smells real good, and because we get distracted, we continue to follow what's distracting us to find out. Because see, in that finding out, when we're following it, those emotions, those feelings that say to me, that's what I'm attracted to, because it's talking to the wounds, because I'm distracted.
Ooh-wee. Come on. Come on, Nikki, keep cooking.
No, we not. You are so full of all the worth right then. That's when the worst stands up and says, excuse me, I came from the Lord. This is a nacho. This is not for me. This is a distraction. That's wrapped up in an attraction, maybe. And if I stay with it long enough, especially because of what you said, you decided to accept your faith walk. I'm going to say it to you again. That's a very vulnerable time, my brother, because the guy in black, soon as you said that to the universe, he started multiplying. And I'd be doggone if that girl in that red dress did not show up. You again. Because see, now you talked about the push and the pull and the push and the pull. Okay, that's the devil and the angels and the devil and the angels. And y'all, you going toe to toe with Tyson, Ali, everybody. Because you are ascending to another level that the Prince of the Air says you can't go. Not without some girl in the red dress. Or a 6 foot tall man that smells real good. It's a distraction first. Now, sometimes attraction can be a distraction. Because, you know, polo black is very disturbing when it wafts through the aisles in the grocery store.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just saying. But that's why they sent the Oracle in the Matrix, because she can tell you, not that door. Because if you die in the Matrix, you die out here.
That's right. If you die in the
And
Matrix, you die here.
Listen, and it's hard to find that girl that's going to come in the Matrix to get your hips out. Because there is where the real love is. But if you didn't come through, if you hadn't had an exposure to, if you hadn't got to sit at the feet of the people who teach you what that real love will do for you, which is go in that Matrix and get that man and bring him on out because he's yours.
Nikki!
I love you.
Nikki from the SIP.
I love you so much.
I love you, sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If y'all not getting a piece of this word this evening, I don't know what to tell you. Listen, all you got to do is call me, 1-800-920-1580. Let's talk about it. Oh, I got more time. Oh, I'm sorry. I got more time. I thought I was up against the clock. Okay, let's do this now. Andrew, Minneapolis. Come on in. What are your thoughts, brother, on tonight's topic?
Man, first and foremost, bro, I love you, man. You saved my life, bro.
Thank you, brother.
No trolling or no kind, man. Just want to let that be known.
Okay, thank you, brother. I
All
appreciate
right, so look, I know you are familiar with the book of Enoch.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so God took Enoch, all right, because he was the righteous one before the flood of Noah, right?
Right.
Okay, because the world was in all kind of dissension. All right, so he took Enoch, and he showed him all the different parts of reality.
Oh, wait.
See, this is not.
Oh, wait. Hold on, Andrew. You about to cook. Hold tight, my brother. When we come forward, we're going back to the Land of Lakes.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Johnson administration is continuing its push to address homelessness in Chicago. The Black Chicago mayor rode on a CTA train to oversee a team from the Haymarket Center provide the unhoused with food, water, clothes, and even Narcan. Part of Mayor Johnson's commitment is a campaign called the Bring Chicago Home referendum that will generate $100 million to fund homelessness prevention. Oprah Winfrey is stepping down from her role at Weight Watchers. Winfrey had served on its board of directors for 9 years. Since the announcement late Wednesday, shares of Weight Watchers have been down by as much as 25%. Winfrey also pledged to donate her financial stake in the company to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. It all comes after Oprah said last year that she was taking weight loss drugs to maintain her weight. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at KBLA 1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
LADWP is proud to partner with KBLA to share with you how to start the new year without bill worries. We're here to help if you're behind on your bill or need help staying current. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to set predictable monthly payments throughout the year, including for past due amounts. You can also check out the special extended pay arrangements of up to 48 months to help pay down your bill. If you're a senior or income qualified, you may be eligible for Easy Save to receive discounts and also qualify for free and discounted energy and water saving devices. You can get up to $15,000 for past due water and or sewer bills and up to $3,000 for electric bills. But you gotta act fast. Funding is limited. You can reduce your past due bills and kick off the year right, because here at LADWP, we're here to help. Visit ladwp.com/cares today and find out more.
Hey Californians, are you ready to make your home ownership dreams come true? The California Dream for All Shared Appreciation Loan Program might be for you. First-generation homebuyers can get down payment and closing cost assistance along with a first mortgage to help you unlock the door of your new home. Applications open in April, so talk to an approved lender to see if you're eligible. Find out more at calhfa.ca.gov/dream or call 877-922-5432. A message from the California Housing Finance Agency.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles is a nonprofit law firm that protects and advances the rights of the most underserved, leveling the playing field and ensuring that everyone can have access to the justice system. Every year, LAFLA provides free, high-quality legal services to more than 100,000 people living in poverty across greater Los Angeles. Their unique combination of neighborhood offices, self-help centers at courthouses, and domestic violence clinics puts Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles on the front lines in vulnerable communities and at the forefront of change. LAFLA's expert team of attorneys, paralegals, and support staff works to provide direct representation, offer counsel and advice, provide referrals, and educate the community about their legal rights through workshops and seminars. With locations all over LA, you can access their services or volunteer to help no matter where you live. And if you have an urgent issue, call 213-235-0060. That's 213-235-0060. To get legal help, make a donation, or volunteer, visit LAFLA.org. LAFLA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
So I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice to breeze
All right, today I'd like to talk a little bit about what love has to do with low entropy, or why is being a low entropy consciousness has to do with becoming love. How is it that entropy and love get connected somehow? Okay, well, you know that in this virtual reality paradigm that I talk about, the larger consciousness system is the fundamental system. And we are avatars. We are played by a player that is a consciousness. I call that a individuated unit of consciousness. And that our virtual reality is here as a learning lab. You know about that. And that it's computed by a computer that's also part of the larger consciousness system. That the larger consciousness system is a information system. Okay, even a digital information system. Now, digital information systems want or need or exist because they have information. And when an information system evolves, it means evolving toward more, better, more useful information. It's the increase in information is how an information system evolves. If it loses information, a decrease in information, then it is de-evolving. Okay, now let's talk about entropy for a moment. Entropy is a measure of disorder. So think of an information system and how that applies to disorder. Well, information is order. If you have bits and the bits are all random, then there is no information. There's no information in randomness. That's almost the basic definition of randomness. No information in randomness. So if all the bits are random, you really don't have an information system. You maybe have a potential for an information system, but there's no information there. Okay, now, as those bits become ordered, and that order has meaning, that order can be symbolic, that order could be just patterns. Any order contains information. For example, here's a very simple order. Up, down, up, down, up. What's next? Well, down would be next. Why? Because there's a pattern. We could predict what would happen next based on the...
Did you model an entropy-based system, right, that was maladaptive for healthy relationships? That was physicist and author, and metaphysicist and author, Thomas Campbell, author of My Big Toe. See, what isn't healed leads to spiritual entropy, which is a de-evolution to chaos. That's the information, the data set you modeled in your childhood. That is a part of your holographic representation, energetic signature when you walk into a relationship. Do you understand? If you want a low entropy relationship, one where you have access to higher consciousness, i.e. unconditional love, you must first rid yourself of the spiritually entropy producing aspects of your character. What is that? Unhealed trauma, wounds, trauma bonds, your mindset. We spend most of our lives trying to get people to fit who we are as opposed to understanding they're not supposed to fit. In relationships, we're looking for fits. They're supposed to flow. They're supposed to align, not fit. Because we have begun to identify ourselves with our wounds. Our wounds are us. So now we're sitting here trying to make people fit. Do you see? We're trying to make people fit our sickness. I don't want to fit your sickness. Right? I don't want to be the bedside nurse for your sickness. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. All right? We got callers on the line, man. This is heavy, heavy, heavy stuff. Andrew, get back in here, brother. Make your point.
All right. Real quick. I'm not going to take you through the whole history of the book of Enoch, but God chose the noblest of us in our worst time. And we speak on time a lot of times as it being a construct, okay? Mm-hmm. So if we remove ourselves from that ideal of construct and focus on just the nobility of the man, God chose him in that time and then showed him the whole arena. Mm-hmm. Society today, with all of its judgmental, with all of its axes as far as what's right, what's wrong, what looks good, what's beautiful, what's not, what's ugly, who we're going to demonize, let us cancel, okay? Where's the nobility in that?
No, I love it, brother.
Our soul always reaches out for that real. So when you speak on, oh, well, not just you, but just anybody who speaks on, like, unconditional love, and we got to internalize and focus on the energy that we're putting out to receive something like that, it's misconstrued, man.
No, I get it.
Because of society. Because we got to live in society. And a lot of us, the same ones who are afraid to look in the mirror and tell the truth, they're the main ones out here.
Hey, I hear you, brother. Hey, guess what you just did, my friend?
Man, one more time for the one time, man.
Yes, sir. Minneapolis is in the building. He spoke on Enoch. This is what you don't know. When Enoch was taken into heaven by God or an angel, he was taken into heaven at 365 years old. 365 years represents metaphorically 365 days, which is a year. Enoch, the name, correlates to the word epoch, a period of time in history or one person's life, typically marked by notable events or particular characteristics. Enoch is an epoch. It is a period of time. See, a lot of people don't even know that the Bible is coded in that way. Enoch represented a period of time, an epoch. This is why it says in the scripture that he was taken at 365 years, which was symbolic of 365 days, which equals a year. And if you heard my definition of epoch, you saw, right? Did you not see? A period of time in history or a person's life, typically one marked by notable events or particular circumstances. Was not Enoch's life notable and culminated in a notable event or a particular event? Yes, when you get ushered into the VIP lounge of heaven and you didn't die, hey, here we go. When I come forward, the voice of reason is going to Houston, Texas. Let's get it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
City of Los Angeles tenants know these facts about eviction and consumer debt. Tenants can't be evicted if rental arrears are eligible to be treated as consumer debt. Tenants who followed certain COVID-19 pandemic protections under state law can't be evicted for past due rent. Landlords can collect rental arrears in court as consumer debt, but tenants cannot be evicted if they provided a declaration of COVID-19 hardship and paid 25% of rent owed. Learn more at housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, you're up next.
Ugh, my throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Freeze in full effect. You ready, Ron? I'm ready. You ready, Dave?
I'm ready, Slick. Are you?
Oh yeah, break it down.
Girl, I must warn you. I sense something strange in my mind.
Yo,
Situation is serious. Let's cure it, cause we're running out of time.
it's all so beautiful. Relationships they seem from the start. It's all so when love is not together from the heart. Check it out.
It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. Wrong move, you dead. That girl is
My playlist is on fire. Hey, you gotta go through something. This is good stuff. We got callers on the line, man. Let's get her in here. You already know. Attila from Houston, Texas. Attila, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Uncle Zoe, how are you? Okay, so I ain't got so much time. Real quick, you asked the question about what did you say? Oh Lord. If you got what you really wanted, what was the rest of it? If you got what you really
No,
wanted,
I said
would you want
sometimes
it?
God gives you what you want so you can
Mm-hmm.
learn that you didn't really want much for yourself.
Yeah, but then you said, I'm trying to remember what you said. I can't remember. I mean, either way, I was just going to say that I think the reasoning behind that, why we run after things that we think we want and then we get it, blah, 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 whatever, is because we don't actually want ourselves. We're chasing after that thing because we think it's different than us. We need it to validate us. That's the whole reason for chasing it in the first place. Because if you really loved yourself, you would question yourself, like, why am I even chasing it in the first place? Captain Nikki made a wonderful point. She said, why would you want something or someone that doesn't want you? Look, my mama put it this way. She said, never let a man tell you he don't want you twice. So, with that being said, I'm going to go to bed, and I love y'all so much.
Oh, we love you, Attila. Thank you for calling in. You brought Houston, Texas in the building. Listen, man. If I don't bring these types of conversations to light, we don't think broader than our little wheel, right? I want us to think broader than our little wheel. I want our love for each other to deepen. I want our respect for each other to deepen. I want our grace and forgiveness towards each other to deepen. I want our understanding for each other to deepen. That's the purpose of all of these conversations. And I love taking you on a trip. I love taking you somewhere so that you can expand mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And that doesn't mean we're not going to hurt each other. That doesn't mean we're not going to struggle at times. It just means as we expand our consciousness, we expand our ability to extend and offer understanding and grace to each other. And I'm not talking about toxic people. I'm not talking about people that mean us no good. I'm just talking about, people in our lives, because everybody in our life that we love, everybody in our life that we know, everybody in our life that we encounter are a work in progress. So we have to keep that in mind. Orbital. Or is that orbital? Orbital from Clearwater, Florida. Get in here.
Yes, I wanted to ask, is it common practice for you to circle around the block for love? And knowing that death do us part, how do you not only tie the knot, but break the yoke?
You talk about breaking the yoke of circling the block?
Yes, you know how they always say, oh, they come back. Alley cats got 9 lives. They come back. They always come back. Things like that. But some people have infinite lives. Some people are fallen angels. Some people are sitting in the celestial realm. Some people are in the geospheres realm. Some people are in the mesosphere. So you really, really don't know. But they circle around the block and keep coming back.
Well, I think you come back for what you think you lack, right? And I think most people who are outwardly directed, they go back to what they think they lack. And if they think somebody
Is
has...
that like what they say, that you go back to the basics? You go back to what your familiarity is.
Oh, absolutely. Most people do that. Yeah, most people do that. Especially if they know
What do
that,
you do?
but especially if they know that person has what they want, they go back to the familiar.
What do you do, pretty eyes, though?
What do I do, pretty-eyed Zoe? Lord have mercy, Jesus. Well, to be honest,
I'm just saying, from the lens of you, you seem like you have a grounding, not like you're circling and orbiting anything.
nah, listen, I be struggling just like the rest of us. I promise you. God put me here to make mistakes and teach everybody from the mistakes that I've made. But sister girl, I appreciate you. And you know what? You are welcome to call in anytime. I'm on Monday through Friday. Holla at me, 7 to 9 p.m. I loved her call, and I think she should call back. She had good information. JW, you got to make it quick, JW. I know you like to talk.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Zoe, you kind of frightened me because, I feel that's part of my purpose in life to really share my mistakes and help people learn as well. I'm going to try to phrase or pose a question to you. I hope it's not going to be an allegory. I think in dual means, in reference to our learning process and arriving to our final destination where God say we are written in the book of life, our lessons on earth, I'm going to speculate and say we have to learn how to get out of self and learn that we all connected and be selfless and find the genuine pleasure by being able to have pleasure with loving each other because we're like loving ourselves. I'm posing a question there.
Oh, I love
maybe
that.
you can answer that.
I love that, brother, and I appreciate the question, but we got to push forward, and I'm going to deal with it right now. Ancient Egypt, known as Kemet, you had a husband and wife, Thoth and Ma'at. Ma'at represented cosmic justice. Even they talked about the afterworld, the afterlife. This must be a simulation. And how did you get to the afterlife? Your heart was weighed against a feather. And if your heart was heavier than the feather, you were devoured by the crocodile. Do you understand? You were devoured by the crocodile. Living through life making mistakes. We're all going to make mistakes. But how do you make amends? How do you keep your heart light, lighter than a feather? You must make amends, right? We have to create a world, a simulation, where it's par for the course for amends to be made and accepted if they are sincere. I started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. The voice of reason on complete fire tonight. I appreciate everybody. Up next, Jill Monroe, my girl, your girl, our girl, RSVP with Jill Monroe. I'll holla later. Deuces.
I gave the sun to you. You said it was too bright. I gave you time but rays. You said they didn't shine. I gave my world to you. But you said it's not enough. What in the world could I have done to make you be so right?
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Johnson administration is continuing its push to address homelessness in Chicago. The Black Chicago Mayor